Raised by his grandparents since the age of 11, Daniel Locklear was a participant in a CIS middle school after-school program called SOS. During high school, he became a CIS volunteer himself. Today, he is the CIS program director at Pembroke Middle School, a senior in college, and the national student representative to the Board of American Indian Science and Engineering Society. During high school, he became a CIS volunteer himself. Today, he is the CIS program director at Pembroke Middle School, a senior in college, and the national student representative to the Board of American Indian Science and Engineering Society, a former vice president of North Carolina's Future Farmers of America, and a member of the Epsilon Chi Nu fraternity. He's one of the many success stories of communities and schools of Robeson County.
CIS is the one type of organization that I can say it is about the students. It's not for personal gain. It's not people trying to get rich quick or, just here because they have to fill volunteer hours. It's 9 times out of 10 those people who really care about the students. And without after-school programs like this, for example, like I said with myself, I don't know where I would be right now. You can always look back and play the what-if game. I never know what would have happened if, my 7th grade year I didn't have somewhere to stay after school. There's 30 kids in here day in and day out, and you never realize the influence that you'll have on any individual kid. It may be something as simple as you taking the time to ask them how their day is going, or just when you see them during the school day and it's not in the after-school program and you speak to them, they're like, okay, he remembers me, he actually wants to see me outside of the program. So it's always nice to say, I feel like I've had a positive influence on someone.
We've had a lot of children tell us how their lives have changed and they've decided to stay in school and better their lives because of the peer adult interaction that they've had. Someone's been a positive role model and given them the encouragement that they needed at that time to stay in school, to have good attendance, to complete the homework. And I was that child. When I was in middle school, I was the child that was going to fall through the cracks. And just a few adults came into my life and gave me the role model and showed me another way of life.
Deborah Dickerson is chair of the CIS Robeson County Board of Directors.
I was looking for an organization that was going to help children that would follow through with them and not just come in and touch their lives once and then leave. We're actually hands-on and very involved with these children. We know them by name, they know us, we know the schools, the principals, and you really feel an emotional connection with the children that you're helping versus just writing a check or making a one-time donation to something and then that's it and you don't hear from them again until next year. We do Great Leaps, which is in schools where we send in tutors that help children who are struggling in reading, and they work with the children one-on-one. We have the Stuff the Bus campaign, which provides school tools for children in about 27 of our local schools. We have a diabetes program where we work with children in after school on healthy eating habits and try to educate them on the diabetes and the need for exercise and staying healthy.
We have some CIS volunteers who come out and just eat lunch with them, give them that word of encouragement, help them to see their own goals and to work towards those goals and begin to think, well, I think I can do that. That's something I could do. And I see that their self-expectations rise, and they're just happier children having that adult person there that they feel comfortable enough with to go talk with and just share an idea or concern they might have. Right now we have like 3 families whose parent or the child, we have 2 children who have cancer at our school, and we're just constantly asking, what can we do, what can we do? With those 2 kids as far as traveling expenses, and then with a mother, we supply all their school needs through CIS. Those kids, there's 5 of those children, and the mother didn't have to worry about going out getting school supplies because she was not able. We've supplied food. We've just helped out in any way we could.
Communities and Schools of Robeson County also operates its own school, the CIS Academy Charter School, with a little more than 100 students, while other middle schoolers in the county share their teachers and physical spaces with 500 or 600 other schoolmates. Alfred Bryant's son attends the academy.
He loves to go to school, which is always a good thing. I mean, he wakes up in the morning. He never tries to take a day off. He had the opportunity to go to Raleigh to participate in a bridge building competition. One of the teachers at his school put together a team of 5 or so students. They stayed after school for a couple of months. They learned skills as far as math skills, science skills, and they actually built a bridge made out of, I think it was ice cream sticks. Then they went as a group to Raleigh and they put the bridge in a competition, and I believe they finished second.
In the afternoons, students practice for the annual Science Bowl that's held in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the conference of the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. Even in the public schools, CIS takes a whole child approach.
Last year they had a health initiative. Kids planted a garden out in the courtyard, the middle courtyard here. We still have some squash, I think, that are growing out there. And they would take the kids over to the exercise center once a month. And so it got them thinking about how to take care of themselves and what kinds of foods they should be eating and why they should be eating those kinds of foods. And then a few of them have talked to me about water fountains. We don't have enough water fountains around this campus. Why don't we have more water fountains? So it's a well-rounded kind of program. It's not just academics. It's about taking care of a child. It's the whole gamut.
This is an active, ongoing, everyday, life-changing organization.
Without programs like this, there's no telling how many of these kids would fall through the cracks.
They really assist us in trying to meet the needs of the whole child and being a positive influence in this community.
We couldn't do it, I don't think, without CIS.